Your allergies are not a mistake. They are not a flaw in your biology. They are a trauma program running in a loop. If you haven't seen me yet, I'm Allergies, and let's talk about the deep, energetic blueprint of self-sabotage. You probably wouldn't think that allergies and self-sabotage are linked, but hear me out, because they are a perfect mirror of the same mechanism. From a physical perspective, an allergy is your immune system overreacting to a harmless, neutral substance. It's what we call a mistaken identity program. Your body, in its infinite and brilliant obedience, has mistakenly tagged something neutral like pollen, wheat, or a peanut as a life-threatening danger. This is a flawless blueprint for how your trauma programs literally run your entire life. Think about it. At some point in your past, or even in a past life, you had a painful, threatening experience. This was the danger. And in that exact same moment, a neutral, harmless pollen was also present. But that pollen isn't just pollen. That pollen could be receiving a compliment. It could be being visible and speaking your truth. It could be a new, safe relationship. It could be a new level of financial success. But your nervous system, in its brilliant attempt to protect you, fused the two into one single file. Success equals danger, love equals threat, or being seen equals unsafe. And now as an adult, as you get close to that new harmless thing that you consciously desire, your energetic immune system mounts a massive allergic reaction. It creates panic, anxiety, or even something as physical as a life-threatening anaphylaxis. And it is a self-sabotage program assigned to protect you from the pollen it believes is a threat. But this program is a gift. How? This is where the deeper questions begin. Why does this happen? Why even in childhood? And why do some children have severe food allergies from birth? This is where we must move past the idea that we are the victims of our reality and remember that we are the creators of it. Before we incarnate, our source self, our soul, chooses its blueprint for this life. It's an architect. It doesn't just hope for the best, it designs the journey. And to have the experience it desires, the experience of remembering its own power, it requires friction. It requires a challenge. Why do we need a challenge? Because you are experiencing a polarized reality and the mission is to create wholeness in it. So it intentionally embeds catalysts. These catalysts are the trauma programs. They are the consciousness fractures. We also choose to experience them in childhood because this is when our brain is in a wide open receptive theta state, like a hypnosis state. It's the most efficient time to install the core programs for this lifetime. That danger file, that moment of profound threat, is not a random tragic accident. It is a permission slip you wrote for yourself. It is a post-it note from your soul saying, here, this is the distortion. This is the program you chose to experience to remind yourself that you are a creator. This is your gateway to remembering that you are the one in control. Now that danger file doesn't always have to be yours from this life. It can be ancestral or a past life experience. What if your great-grandmother experienced a profound, traumatic event during the danger? While her body was trying to digest certain food, the neutral pollen, her system created a file. This food equals survival threat. That survival program, that energetic distortion, can then be passed down your ancestral line, embedded in your Earth Star chakra. Your body, in the perfect loyalty to the blueprint it was given, encounters that food and says, danger. Or it can be a past life trauma, an echo from a soul's journey. What if in another lifetime you were a powerful orator, speaking your truth, which was the neutral pollen, and you were prosecuted for it? Your soul then carries that file. Being visible equals annihilation. Your body in this life, in its profound loyalty to your soul blueprint, creates a massive allergic reaction. Panic, anxiety, self-sabotage, maybe even a physical choking sensation, or in its severity, anaphylaxis. every time you try to step on a stage or speak up in a meeting. The source doesn't ultimately matter as much as the communication. Your body is not broken. It is obedient to a chosen catalyst file. So what is the allergy communicating to you in this life? It is your body's alarm clock. It is your loyal biological system screaming for you to look at your source code. It is saying this old danger program is still running. Is this still the reality you choose? It is the ultimate catalyst for your remembrance into your creatorship. It forces you to look at the distortion so you can remember you are the one who holds the power to choose a new reality. Now, this allergy pattern can run very deep, especially if it originates in childhood. And for the parents watching, if you have a child experiencing this, I want you to hear this profound neutral love. This is a shared catalyst. It is a profound agreement between your soul and the soul of your child. Your child's soul chose this experience to remember its power. Your soul chose to be the guardian of that remembrance. So what is your role? It is not to fix your child. Yes, receive the immediate help when it happens, like taking your child to the doctor, but it is not to live in fear. And it is also not to test the shift either, like, can you eat the peanut now? That is just your own anxiety looking for proof. Your role is one of empowerment. Your job is to hold the frequency of neutrality, to see this not as a terrifying flaw, but as your child's body communicating its blueprint. You as a parent are the energetic guardian of their space. You can speak to their body, to their source self, and hold the space for their integration. You can acknowledge the program and broadcast the new signal of safety into their field. The shift and the integration will happen when their soul has chosen for it, through empowerment. So your job is to be the safe, empowered space for that choice to occur. The good news is all of this can be shifted. The keys are personal empowerment, choice, and moving from a perception of victimhood into a remembrance of what the catalyst is communicating. You cannot fight an allergy. You cannot force your body to stop. That is just more attack energy. The path is not to fix the body. The path is to integrate the original energetic signature and then retag the file as neutral. So here is a body key that can begin that conversation. So I want you to bring to mind that pollen you react to. Maybe it's a food, maybe it's being visible. Just gently feel the start of that allergic, anxious reaction. That's your body's alarm system. Place your hand on your heart and just breathe. And then I want you to say this command to your system. I see you. I feel you. Thank you for working so hard to protect me. I am safe now. This is a neutral signal. I choose to direct this energy to feel safe and free. Thank you for showing me that I can choose. The original danger is over. We are safe now. You are not healing. You are retagging this file. You are using the very energy of the trigger to create the reality you choose. This empowerment in turn creates the possibility for the identity tag and part of your consciousness to experience safety and how it will feel to exist in a reality that is safe. This is the work of a cycle breaker, of a conscious creator. You are here to experience a full life and human experience, not one that dictates your fate. That part that was deciding your fate holds the key to creation. It is a gift, and that creates the wholeness perspective, which then automatically shifts the experience to be a whole experience and is then represented as a representative experience of health. This is what happens when you see a miracle. If you would like to explore into all of this, I invite you to join our Cycle Breakers events that we have this week. This applies to anything and everything that you can think of. The link is in my bio. It's time to remember your original safe and whole blueprint. This is why you came here, to remember and to experience a life of wholeness. I'll see you there.